Hey guys, welcome back. I'm in the best mood. I've had a cold for like the last 5 days, and this is the first day that I'm finally feeling better. I'm not congested or not as much, and actually have some energy. So I am very excited to finally be back in front of the camera and filming today's video. I'm sharing all of my September favorites. So I've rounded everything up that I couldn't put down through the month of September. So stay tuned if you want to see. I am not gonna lie, I had a moment before I got ready to film this video, as I do almost every month before I film my monthly faves, where I'm just like, what if I don't have enough new things to share? I'm always scared I'm gonna like keep repeating the same items, but I had so much stuff that I really loved, so there's like a whole little bundle of things and I don't even know what to start with. I think I'm gonna kick it off though with some products that I just like am so obsessed with and will probably be a 2020 favorite. So I feel like that is saying a lot, but it is the Grande Pop and Grande Glow Plumping Liquid Blushes and Highlights. These are just some of the coolest products that I've ever tried. I know you're probably like, what is so special about them? But here's the thing. I have tried many liquid blushes and highlights, and some of them just do not lay well over powder. They end up like picking up your product, and that's a big deal for me because I'm definitely setting my under eye and certain parts of my face. So if the product isn't laying well, if it just doesn't blend out well, if it starts to look cakey, that's a no for me. These are just so dang amazing. They did so good on the formula, and I'm obsessed. So this is the blush. There's a couple different shades and I've tried almost all of them out, but this has been my go-to and it's Sweet Peach. Let me just show you the little applicator. The thing that I like about this is that it glides right on. I use a brush to apply it, but you could totally use the applicator or you could use your hand. The shade is stunning. And like I said, it just blends out so nicely. The thing that I like about these is that they have like in their special formula, the plumping aspect to it. So it does make your face kind of feel tingly, like if you were to use a lip plumper. It doesn't hurt or anything. It actually just feels kind of cooling and really refreshing. And these dry so nicely. It's to the point where I do not even have to take a powder product, like a powder blush, and set over top of them. I feel like I need to do honestly a whole video just dedicated to these because I love them so much. But that's one of the main things that I like about it is that you can just apply this. You have this gorgeous flush to the cheeks, a glow to you. It looks super natural. It's the least cakey liquid blush product that I've ever used, and it just dries so nicely. The other two products that are within the same like collection and realm are the Grande Glow. Same sort of thing. They have the plumping aspect, so it just gives a really nice cooling feeling to your face. It makes you look just super radiant and youthful. They have 3 different shades, but these are the 2 that I have been using most. This one is Bronze Beam, which is darker than my complexion, so I cannot use this as a highlight per se. It's just too dark, but what I have loved using this for is underneath my foundation. It feels really nice, gives like a nice little base. I don't put it all over. I just put it on like the high points of my cheek, my nose, cupid's bow, and chin, just to give some extra radiance, and it's amazing. And then this one is French Pearl, and this is the one that I have been using as a highlight, and it is absolutely stunning. I'll swatch them so you all can see, but I just honestly haven't been so excited over a new product in a really long time as I have with these. Of course, there's tons of things that I love, hence my monthly faves video, but I don't know, these were just like such a game changer for me. And for someone who very rarely uses liquid product, just because I've had so much trouble with them like blending out and just working well with other products, these are the real deal. So cannot recommend these enough. They retail for $25. You can get them at Ulta, or you can get them on the Grande Cosmetics site, and I do have a code with them, so I'll put that down below if you want to check them out. Next product that I have been loving and cannot get enough of is this foundation stick from Hailey's Beauty. This is in the shade 7.25 and it's the Replay foundation stick. I love these so much. This is like a really deep but warm brown color and it's super beautiful. A little product goes a long way. You do not need a lot of this at all. And I do have some tutorials up on my Instagram if you want to see how I use this and how it blends out, but it does blend out like a dream. I have just been so happy with the way that this looks that I haven't even like been doing an all powder face lately. I've been contouring with this and then setting with a bronzer and it's beautiful. Every single time just gives a really nice definition and bronzy glow to your face. And then the brush that I've been using to blend it out is this flat kabuki brush by Sigma. This is amazing. You could totally use it for foundation as well, which I definitely do every now and again, but this is just like amazing for blending out some contour and especially with any like cream or stick type of products. Love this. And then I tried to branch out a little bit more with concealers this month. So two concealers that I just loved and couldn't put down were the HelloFab Bendy Avocado Concealer. Not a new product by any means, but it's just a tried and true one. And then I honestly love this concealer so much. I'm wearing it today. It's the Stay Matte Concealer by Rimmel. Drugstore, so super affordable, and I just love the coverage. I love the wearability of this. I love the formula, the way it looks. I know it's called Stay Matte, but I honestly think it just feels so nice on the skin. It's not too drying. It doesn't crease. It's just a win. So the shade that I have in this, let's see if I can find it because it's like worn off. I think it's 142. So I don't know exactly what color that is, but because I rubbed it off, but it looks like I'm in shade 142. And it says that it's a long wear formula, conceals and hides dark circles and imperfections while controlling shine for up to 24 hours. But yeah, super happy with this. The applicator isn't anything like crazy or special, but the formula itself is such a win. So the Bendy Avocado Concealer, this is so light and nice. I like to use this on my like no makeup days, or if I want some coverage and brightness, but I don't want anything too heavy. This is really good. I like the applicator on this one a lot. It's flat and just applies super nicely. This is really hydrating and I use shade 2, but they have a lot of other options. I'm pretty sure you can grab this at Sephora, so that's what I will link to, but wanted to give you guys, you know, a luxury option and then a drugstore option, just depending on your preference. And then two other like face makeup products that I couldn't put down and wanted to share with you guys. First one is this Baked Bronzer by Laura Mercier. It's just really gorgeous. I love the shade. It's their Matte Radiance Baked Powder. I use the shade 3, but the compact is really nice if you want a little warmth and like glow. I don't know how to explain this because like it's matte, but I feel like it has a nice sheen to it, if that makes sense. It's not glittery at all. It just has like a sheen, a radiance to it, if you will. I feel like a lot of Laura Mercier's baked powders do, which is why I like them so much, because they just still give life to the skin, and that is what I'm always for. But this I just can't stop grabbing for. It's really pretty. I kind of like to dust this on and layer it a little bit over top of a matte concealer. So my current lineup and routine, if you will, is the contour stick that I shared earlier from Hailey's Beauty. Then I usually will set that with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And then just for a little bit of extra warmth and radiance, I like to lightly just dust this on my cheekbones to add some life back into my skin. Okay, and then I kind of screwed up a little bit with this next one just because I did not even think to check if it was still in stock, and it's not, and apparently has been sold out for some time. But I'm still going to share it because apparently there's some dupes, so I will share the dupe options below in case you want to check it out. But this is one of my favorite blushes, and I used it a lot all last month, and it's Fresh and Peachy by Colourpop. I love this blush so much. It is beautiful. It has just such a pretty finish and just gives a nice little like flush of color to the cheeks without being too overpowering. Peachy tones and shades are my personal favorite, like pinky peach, not so much like orangey orange peach. Just because, I don't know, I just feel like they complement my skin tone really well, and I just love the way they look and wear on me. So this is beautiful. It's such a win. It's such a pretty color. I hadn't even wiped this off yet, but I'll swatch it for you. Down here so you can see. Well, there it is at the bottom. But if you can get your hands on one of the dupes, which everything that I've looked up looks like they are super similar, and I might pick one up myself so I can actually try it out. But I would recommend it. This is like one of my favorite matte drugstore blushes. The shade is divine, so really sorry that this is not available. But if anybody happens to find it somewhere out there floating on the interwebs, let me know, and I will totally share with everyone else. Pretty sure I have shared and talked about this next one before, but this is one of my favorite drugstore brow pencils. I just have repurchased this time and time again. It's amazing. It's the Total Temptation Brow Definer by Maybelline, and I use the shade 310, which is medium brown. I have it on my brows currently. This is just such an affordable brow pencil that just really gets in there, defines them, fills them in, and the price point is just like so good for the quality that you get of this pencil. I don't even really buy any expensive prestige brand pencils when I have options like this because it just works so well. Doesn't disappoint. I love it. I like how you have the little spoolie on this end, and then you have the angled like triangle shape pencil on the other. Let me see if I can swatch it for you. Definitely really buildable. That's what it looks like there. Love the way that this fills in, and I've shared some other drugstore options that are like the microfine, like very fine tip, which I love those as well, but I go through them so fast because I do have thicker brows that have a lot of surface area to cover. So with the pencil shape like this, I'm just not going through it quite as quickly, so I'm not having to repurchase it as often. But the price point on this, like I mentioned, is just so good. So I usually grab this from Ulta, Target, Kroger, really any drugstore. You can definitely find this, but 11 out of 10 recommend this guy. And you all probably know, if you've watched my other videos, especially my soft wing liner video, I have just strayed so far away from felt tip or pencil liners. I've been really into the just soft wing shadow liner look, but I got this pencil sent to me. This is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Retractable pencil. I will open it up and show you guys the tip in just a second. But I was so impressed with this. I love it. And it smudges out and smokes out really well. But it's super easy. Let me swatch it on the other side over here. This is another one that's really buildable. You can go, you know, as thin or skinny as you need to, and then build it up as thick as you want. And then I like just taking an angled brush or a flat brush and just smudging it out to give like the perfect little smoky wing. It's perf. And then because it is waterproof, it's not moving, it's not going anywhere, but I still feel like it's super easy to wash off once you're ready. And it's Wet n Wild, so it's ridiculously inexpensive. I think this is like $3, and you can get it at Walmart, or you can get it at wetnwild.com. This next one is like a random Ulta find that I was just drawn to, but wasn't like necessarily looking for. It was just one of those impromptu add to cart purchases, and I was like, oh, this looks cute, let's give it a try. So this is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette, and this is in Ultimate Utopia. And it is super cute. They actually have a larger version available. So there's like this little mini guy, which I don't know what it was. I just was obsessed with these colors. I just loved the color combos. And I mean, obviously there's like some really standout bright colors, but when I saw it, I was just like, I will find a way to use these and make them look cute. So I haven't played with the green or like the blue yet, but I have played with some of like the top and second row shades, and I really love them a lot. I loved this palette and I keep just using it and going back to it. It was under $15. And then they have the bigger one, which I think is a little bit closer to 30, but it's like huge. And it's just a larger edition of this one. So I've been really happy with like the quality of the shadows. I feel like they've blended really nicely. The shimmery shades have been like super shimmery. Which one should we do? Blue or green? Let's just do green. But that's like some of the neutral colors. And then the green here on my pinky. But they've been super buttery, blended out really well. And yeah, just really impressed with this. So it's kind of one of those palettes that surprised me. Didn't expect to like it as much as I do, but it's been a win. Okay, and this next one was another one that definitely crept up on me, snuck up on me. I did a first impression when I first got this product in on my stories, and I was like, oh, let me break it out, try it out. And I just wasn't that impressed with it the first time I used it. I didn't think it was all that. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, not really into it, but I'm gonna continue to use it and play around with it. So I got the Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes Mascara from Charlotte Tilbury, and yeah, I just was like, I wouldn't spend $30 on this when I have drugstore mascaras that I love so much. And that's kind of tried and true to what I have stuck by since as long as I can remember. I've always just been very into my drugstore mascaras, and I'm like, why am I gonna pay double or triple the price for something when I have a product that is $10 or less that gives me the same result? However, I came back on stories because the thing that kind of like caught me and made me want to keep playing with this and trying it out even more was that I had taken some photos after using this, and I was like, dang, my lashes look so good. They just were super defined looking, really bold, and it just almost looked like I either had just gotten a lash lift, which I have not, or I don't know, had falsies on, which I don't. I just kept playing with it, and this has grown on me so much. It's like easily become one of my favorite mascaras. I don't know if I just needed to figure out how I finesse and use the brush at first, because I will say when I first used it and was playing around with it, the way the brush is kind of cool. It's like a diamondy shape almost. So you have this angle of it, and then you have these like little bristles too on the side. So when you're like trying to lift your lashes and wiggle it and apply the product at certain angles, I do feel like it could very easily start to get clumpy. But if you finesse it and kind of play around with it and turn it up so that your lashes are catching the right way on all of the bristles, it truly does lift them and coat them and separate them, and it's beautiful. But the technique that I've kind of found with this is that I have to apply a coat or two, let it dry, and then come back to it. It's very, very buildable. I have it on right now, and I just kind of did like normal coats. I didn't go for a super dramatic look, but if I wanted to keep building this up, I totally could, and I can make them va-va-voom even more. It's $29, and I'm not gonna lie, I have not been able to put it down. I have said the real test will be when I run out of it. If I feel like it's I need it, have to have product, like I'm gonna go repurchase it. At this moment, I feel like it would be one of those, but when I run out, I will let you guys know. And then moving on to some lip products. You guys know I can't go through a monthly faves without sharing some new lip products that I'm just swooning over. So I picked up a couple new things, and then I have like an old favorite that I tried out. First thing I'll share is this NYX lip liner in London. This one is their Suede Matte, and I just grabbed this pretty recently in full transparency, but it's a winner, and I just love the shade so much. I have it on currently. It's like a really nice sort of deeper nude, but I just like the tone of it a lot. I don't feel like it pulls too deep. It doesn't pull too like orange. It's just really nice, like good everyday liner, and it's super affordable. So next product, this one is not new, but just kind of like an old favorite that I just brought out of the vanity, and I was like, why haven't I used you in a while? Now I can't put it down. This is Honey Love by MAC. It is just a really good everyday soft nude shade. It's a matte color, but I like their matte lipsticks. I don't think they wear like too hard. I don't know. Sometimes mattes I feel like are drying and then just kind of get hard. This doesn't do that though. It actually wears pretty soft. I like the formula a lot, and the color is just phenomenal. So as you can see, I've been doing the London lip liner and then this MAC lipstick together, and they are a super good combo in my humble opinion. Another lipstick, not new, but one that I just had and had not opened, so I opened it up. This is in the shade Mountain Mama by Stilazzi, and I love the color and just love the formula of this. It's like a satin and sort of sheer lipstick, but it's buildable. It wears super comfortably. Yeah, this is their lip sheer formula. I just felt like it's perfect for fall. It's a little bit darker than a nude, but doesn't pull too deep or anything. So super wearable, I feel like, on multiple different skin tones. And then these, I feel like, just snuck out of nowhere, but I just slowly started seeing them, and I honestly just found them on Ulta, and I was like, what are you? Where have you been? Why haven't I heard about you yet? But it's this Lifter gloss by Maybelline. First of all, the packaging, I'm like, where did these come from? I love it. This packaging, I think, is just so modern, very chic, very pretty, and just doesn't look like Maybelline at all, in my opinion. I don't know, it just looks pretty luxe for being drugstore. But I got these for like $6. They have a ton of shade. So I picked up number 4 in the shade Silk, and I have this on currently over top of the Honey Love lipstick, and I think it is so gorgeous. I love the shade a lot, and it has like the slightest little shimmer to it. It's definitely not overpowering, and it's not glittery. And then this one is number 3 in the shade Moon. This one is more of like a metallic-y, shimmery gloss, slightly lighter pink, but super pretty. Let's swatch them. This one is Moon. It is so gorge. This one's definitely more sheer, but has that shimmer to it. It's really, really pretty. Love. So this is Silk, and you'll be able to tell it's a lot darker, a lot less translucent than Moon, but it is stunning, and I only needed to apply a very, very, very little bit, and it was super pigmented and very, very comfy. So these I'm just like so impressed with for the packaging, the colors, the formula, and I'm definitely going back and grabbing more of these. Okay, so moving into some bath, skincare, body care, what have you stuff. I feel like I've definitely talked about J.R. Watkins before on my channel or my Instagram, definitely on Instagram, but I feel like I probably have shared them on here at least once before. They just have some really good bath and body, like at-home spa feeling products, and they're sold at Ulta. They're very affordable. I love the price point of them, and they're clean. So this is their aromatherapy in shower mist, and this is the second scent I believe that I have. I have the sleep one, and then this one that I picked up recently is the awaken. So it has coriander, bergamot, and cactus water extracts, and it's a rosemary and rosewood scent. It smells so good. I love this. And let me explain what it does, because I'm sure you're like, okay, but what even is it? So when you turn on the shower and you know how you let it get steamy, you would take this and you would just like spritz it in there, and it just gives you like a spa-like scent. It's aromatherapy. It's supposed to set the vibe and the mood. I just love it. So it's not anything that you actually apply like directly on the skin or on your body. It's more of just like an added little extra something for your shower. to kind of spice things up a bit. So I love this. I catch Chris using this all the time too. It just smells that good. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a habit now when I go into my shower. Before I like start everything, I have to spritz this. And it's just like super luxurious without a super luxurious price tag. And then the next little thing that I picked up, well, it's not really little, it's actually pretty big, is this Raw Sugar body wash. I've been using their body wash for quite some time and just decided to pick up this scent instead of the scent that I was using. I think I had like a cucumber sort of scent before, which smells really, really nice and it's fresh and I like that a lot. But I just wanted to try something different. So I picked up the pineapple, I think it's Mackay berry, I hope I'm saying that right, and coconut, and oh my gosh, it smells so good. Very, very happy with this scent. Would definitely repurchase again. I just love Raw Sugar products in general. They're affordable. They always have good scents, and I like that they're sulfate and paraben free. They're vegan. They have their cold press technology, and they're always made with like plant-derived ingredients that are good for your skin. So I appreciate that. I also really like their just kind of like motto of the brand too, if that makes sense. So for every product that is purchased, Raw Sugar donates a bar of soap to a family in need. So I think that's awesome. They're giving back. So you know, when you buy one of their products, you're helping them give back. And then, like I mentioned, they're also cruelty-free and they are vegan. So that wraps up my September favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for tuning back in and watching. And if you're new, I hope you'll stick around. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit the bell for notifications whenever I post new videos. And make sure to leave me a comment below. I love hearing from you guys. I love getting your suggestions of anything that you're using, loving, or anything that you would like to see me try out and potentially feature for next month. So thank you guys again. Love you, and until next time.